This is a conceptual banknote known as the Hexapuss. Its most distinctive feature is the hyper-detailed radial pattern centered on a cat's eye motif. The visual complexity serves a specific defensive purpose. These patterns act as a mathematical barrier designed to be computationally impossible to replicate through manual observation. This circular motif uses a design style called guilloché. It is built from continuous, curved loops that intersect and overlap without a single break in the line. Because these curves are the physical projections of specific algorithms, they cannot be reproduced by freehand drawing. Every intersection is fixed by a precise coordinate that a human hand is incapable of maintaining over thousands of iterations. To understand why this banknote is structurally unforgeable, we need to look past the ink and examine the specific rules of physics embedded in its geometry. At a microscopic level, the ink on this paper sits in raised three-dimensional ridges. This is the result of intaglio printing, which creates a sharp, tactile texture that standard office printers cannot mimic. These ridges were originally carved into metal plates using a geometric lathe. This machine uses a system of synchronized gears to ensure every loop of a design is perfectly consistent and mathematically centered. The lathe operates on a mathematical roulette, generating a path by rolling a small circle inside a fixed outer ring. This curve is a hypotrochoid. Its complexity creates a looping geometry that remains unbroken throughout the design. Replicating this curve requires knowing the exact gear ratios and formulas used at creation. Without those variables, a manual attempt to copy the pattern will inevitably fail the test of mathematical alignment. While mechanical hypotrochoids formed the first line of defense, the Hexapuss bill adds a second layer by basing its design on the structural laws of particle physics. The Hexapuss pattern contains a specific structural signature. It is built entirely out of triads, such as these three interlocking bands. This design logic is modeled after quantum chromodynamics, or QCD. This branch of physics focuses on the strong interaction, the force that binds the most basic components of matter. In QCD, quarks possess a color charge. A stable particle requires exactly three types of these charges, red, green, and blue, to work in unison. This is defined by an SU3 symmetry group, dictating how these charges interact to remain balanced. The algorithm used for the Hexapuss applies this SU3 symmetry to the intersection of its lines. The ink threads are bound together using the same geometric rules that keep quarks from flying apart. By utilizing this rule of three, the note moves from simple decorative complexity to a design based on the mathematical stability of the atom itself. The overarching structure of these guilloché loops appears to fold and twist in ways that exceed the limits of a flat two-dimensional surface. The complex mathematics behind these intricate lines is actually a direct geometric projection of a six-dimensional phase space. To track a moving particle in physics, you must account for its position and its momentum simultaneously. In three-dimensional space, both of these properties require three distinct pieces of data to specify. Combining position and momentum results in 6 degrees of freedom, creating a six-dimensional map of particle states. The algorithm flattens this 6D data into 2D cat's eye curves. The hexa refers to these 6 dimensions encoded in ink. Forging this design would require a human to calculate the movement of a particle through 6 dimensions and perfectly project that path onto a flat sheet of paper. Seen as a whole under an inspection light, the nature of the Hexapuss banknote becomes clear. The object is a mass-produced physical equation. Every thread of ink is a data point in a complex calculation. Its security is built on 3 distinct layers: mechanical hypotrochoid geometry, SU3 quantum symmetry, and the projection of 6-dimensional phase space. This represents a shift in security printing. It is no longer just about the quality of the paper. It is about embedding the absolute rules of particle physics into the currency itself. The money we use is the result of applied physics, engineered to a level of precision that makes it mathematically impossible to replicate.